this first project, all you're gonna need is some copper pipes, cement mix, water, and something to act as a mold. So I actually used this oatmeal container. And this is what the cement comes like. There are lots of rocks in it, but because I'm using a large surface area of cement, I don't mind that for this project. So I mixed as much water as needed. I don't know if there's like a certain method for it, but I just scooped a couple cups of cement into my bowl and then added about 1 cup of water to make it a watery consistency and filled up this large oatmeal container, just as much of the cement as I had in there that I created. I didn't really care how much I used. Once that's done, just kind of wiggle it around so all the air bubbles get out. And then I put this copper pipe in there, let it dry overnight. And then once it's dry in the morning time, you can actually cut away the oatmeal container and it's gonna look exactly like this. It's really incredible, so easy, I swear to you guys. It's so simple and easy. And these copper pipes I just picked up at Home Depot for about $1 each, so they're pretty affordable. And then I used an emery board or a nail file just to sand down any rough edges so it wasn't like any pokey or prickly or anything like that. This is how you can perfect your concrete projects as well. And then just a little bit of E6000 to glue this little joint connector on, which is just like a 3-way connector, and I glued it to the top of my pole, and then I added a bit more be my favorite. It's a concrete coaster set. You're just going to need some scissors, a glue gun, a random piece of thick cardstock or paper, and then a couple plastic cups and your cement. So I started off by taking 4 of these plastic cups and cutting them as shown. So I just kind of created an initial cut in the side of the cup, and then I cut all the way around just to have this top portion, because we're actually going to have the coaster be the width of the top of a plastic cup. And I glued it onto this backing of a notebook I had, just anything thicker in weight so that it doesn't like seep through a normal piece of paper, and I glued it on to create a mold. So you can see this is the mold that I created. Just make sure you put a lot of glue around it so that the concrete can't seep out of the edges. And then I mixed up my sifted concrete with a little bit of water into a nice good concrete consistency, and I just dolloped it kind of inside each of those molds and used my stick to maneuver it around. And then of course you can also tap it up and down on the table just to relieve any air bubbles and make sure that the concrete is filling in the entire mold. And then I did it to all 4 of them, and this is such an easy way to create 4 coasters, like so affordable too. And then I let it dry overnight and of course pop them out in the morning. So easy. I just pulled the backing right off of the initial mold, and then you can just pop them right out. And last but not least, I used an emery board and a little nail file just to file down the edges to make them nice and smooth. And that is your finished project.